This is how we do our Space Impact.
Look him in the eye. No, look him in the eye. Look him in the eye.
So how do you think we changed the drug issue in South Africa?
Not an issue.
What?
That's great.
Yo, what to do, Academy? We back. We live in Cape Town. You know, we had to pop in. We got one of the best.
Ish.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Best. We got one of the worst. Nah, I'm playing. We got one of the craziest designers coming out of the Cape.
Yes,
if you know
sir.
about Pyntful, you should
Shout
know
out.
about Callum.
Not
The
I'm
man,
saying.
the myth, the legend. We got Callanpyntful in the building. Let's make some noise for him real quick.
In the building.
Shout out, guys.
What you saying though? What's the vibe?
Yeah, we're chilling, bro. I'm in a spot now, like, where we had the craziest 2023 with all the gallery boys and stuff. We did pop-ups, like, every single month. We just made clothes every day.
Yeah.
Made sure we had pop-ups and that people in Cape Town, like, knew we were coming into the game. And,
Yes,
like,
sir.
I feel like we achieved that, which is really dope. So now I'm in this space where I'm just, like, getting back to the roots of why I like I'm making clothing. Because all my pieces that I made from the beginning of the brand till my last pop-up were all based on the same part of the story that inspired the brand,
Yeah.
which is this. I don't want to get too deep into it because, like, if I do, then it kind of ruins the mystique of, like, what it is.
Okay.
But it's basically the whole thing behind Pyntful is beauty from pain. That's the slogan.
Yeah.
So when I came into fashion, I didn't have any fashion background in terms of studies. I studied graphic design in Stellenbosch not at the university, at an academy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I got into it, it wasn't what I thought it was. Like when I was still in school and I wanted to do design, I thought it was making digital art.
Yeah.
And that's not what graphic design is.
Yeah.
It's like making packaging and shit.
Oh yeah.
Which is boring as hell.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting in those classes and I was like, there's
This
no
ain't what I
ways.
signed up for.
There's no ways this is what I'm doing with
This
the rest of
ain't
my
what
life.
I signed up
bro.
for. Yeah.
And then I had met Reese Luna from KIC, and I went to school with K Knight, who owns K Knight.
Yes, sir.
So I kind of knew that was like my first instance of like fashion, like local fashion. I'd obviously been following like American street culture, like obviously Virgil, Ass Pizza, like a bunch of those street guys that are now like all big time.
Yeah, big in fashion.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like fashion was just something that spoke to me in terms of it was this creative outlet that I wasn't being told what to do.
Yeah.
Like, and when I was doing design in school and in uni, I didn't realize that there's so many laws and like rules to how things must be designed. Because they basically mold you to be this corporate.
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's a big
baby.
shock too.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what the thing is, like, crazy respect, like that is a very important job. It's just not something that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I just felt like there was something in me that was telling me that I need to go down this path. Like, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I feel like I have a unique sense to what I want to bring to the table when it comes to fashion. And I feel like that needs to obviously be brought out.
It needs to be translated. Yeah.
Exactly. Because for me, when I make pieces, they need to have like a story.
Yeah.
They need to have something that
some meaning.
Yeah, it needs to have like
just make it to make it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not trying to make H&M pieces, bro.
Yeah. Oh
Like-
shit.
like,
I feel you.
I don't want my piece to give off the same energy as like, you know, when you like back in the day when band tees were like massive and you would like walk
Those
into
were
an
everywhere.
H&M, you'd walk into an H&M and it's just like
Metallica.
Those were everywhere.
and you're like, bro,
Everywhere.
you don't listen to Metallica.
Type shit. Yeah.
Like, we used to go to the H&M and just rip on that shit, bro. Like, all the time. And like, yeah, bro. So when I think of pieces, it actually started, it's developed over time.
Yeah.
But there was this one time I was sitting in a lecture and we were learning about like black artists.
Yeah.
And our classroom was like majority white,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, yeah, that's how it be
There was
too.
like but there was like I think 2 black students in the class,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And there was a
yeah,
black
yeah.
lecturer,
Yeah.
and he's like teaching this whole thing about how like telling your culture is like super important, and stuff. And then I put my hand up and I was like, "Sir, like I don't mean to be rude, but please look who you're speaking to right now. What culture do you want white people to speak about?"
Ish, you got him there.
I was, and
Yeah,
then he
like,
didn't know what to
check the
say, bro.
lecturer.
Like everyone was just like, "Yo," because like, what the fuck are we gonna say?
Yeah.
And then that got me started on this whole thing of what do I want my almost like culture to be
Yeah.
within my clothes?
Yeah.
Because if you look at streetwear, like if you look at Virgil,
Yeah.
like easiest example to like give is if you look at how he implemented his loves for the culture of like
Skating, football,
skating,
all that type
basketball,
of
like
stuff.
Streetwear heavy, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So, and that was like implemented. So then for me, I had to like sit with myself and say, okay, the only culture that I don't want to say culture, but the only thing that I know
Mhm.
is my life.
Yeah,
But I feel like pain is something that's so universal to everyone.
for sure.
Everyone goes through pain. Everyone has stories of pain that has shaped them into what it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what I'm trying to translate through my own stories of grief into fashion.
Like that's the human experience everybody knows about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And I do it like, for me, when I make pieces, there has to be, because everyone wants to be a designer.
Yeah.
It's like
that's
like when
rush,
everyone wanted to
bro.
be a rapper or a DJ.
Yeah.
But now it's like a lot of
Type
people
shit.
just want to be designers.
Yeah.
And for me, it kind of pisses me off because it's like I'm going through this thing of I'm sacrificing something
Mhm.
to get something. You know what I mean? Like I'm being so honest with my work and putting myself on this platter to be examined
Yeah.
through my pieces and through my work. And I feel like that's just like what fashion should be.
Yeah, people don't understand what it takes to really do this shit. Like,
Yeah, bro.
And for it to have meaning behind it. You feel
Yeah,
me?
that's like, that's what I'm trying to push. Like, I want to make fashion mean something I just want it to be emotional.
Yeah.
Like I want I don't know how deep you guys know Alexander McQueen.
Oh yeah, I'm tapped in with McQueen.
Yeah.
Way more tapped in.
So like the way he used to do runway shows
Mhm.
was this like beautiful like event
Yeah.
where he was just, you could tell that his work really reflected his life because he
Yeah.
was obviously going through like a lot of shit. Like he was a
Yeah.
dark artist. And if you look at, there's a painter that I love whose name's Francis Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with him, like it's just so much better. Like art is just so much better, whether it's music or design or anything. Like
Yeah.
if you can connect the person to the work, I feel it's more honest. Like people want to buy it more,
I feel
and
you.
they can connect with it more.
They can relate to some shit
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
On the topic of McQueen, you took a lot of inspiration from him with your hair capsules.
Yeah.
Could you speak a bit on that and how you went about?
So for the people that don't know, I didn't always have a big head of hair.
Bald.
I was bald. Like I shaved my head to promote my, what was it? I think it was my second collection.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was my second collection that I did. And then what I had actually done is I had taken the locks of hair and I put them in little glass capsules. And then I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So when people would order teas online or like we did pop-ups, they would just find like this capsule of hair
Damn.
and their fucking with their tea.
With their order.
And the whole thing behind that was I love giving flowers to my inspirations. Like I never ever want to be a guy that doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Like whether it's friends or big artists, like
yeah.
I will always say, bro, I'm in this position because of you.
Inspired by so.
Oh, so and so.
Yeah.
And McQueen, there was I don't know if it was a collection or it was a time period. I think it was a time period where he was cutting locks of his hair,
Yeah.
and he was sewing them into the clothes.
Oh, that's sick.
And I
Okay.
actually wanted to do that, and then I was just like, at that stage, I just didn't want to copy him like exactly.
Yeah, bite
Yeah.
all the way.
I don't want to buy it like all the way.
I feel you.
But I was like,
You still want to pay
something-
homage to him though.
yeah. And the thing is, I was shaving my head before that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know about that, and then went and shaved my head.
Yeah.
I had this vision when I was planning the promo video, and I was like, something in me is telling me to shave my head.
Yeah.
Like, besides the fact that it was a really great marketing
Yeah,
strategy,
yeah.
and you have to obviously be you have to be really good. There was a quote by Andy Warhol that went something along the lines of like, the greatest artists are also the greatest like businessmen or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes so much sense. Like, you have to be good at business
Yeah.
if you want to be in art. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, after I did that, I mean, that video blew up. That video got like tens of thousands of views.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was at that moment, the people that I wanted to get respect from, like when I went out after that video came out,
You got it.
I got it. Like,
That's what's up.
the people were coming up to me and they were like, bro, you're fucking crazy. And,
Yeah.
I was like, and to me, it's like when I do stuff now, in my head, it doesn't seem that crazy. But then I also have to think about the people that aren't into fashion.
How they will receive
They'll
it.
receive it and they'll go
Yeah.
like, dude, what the fuck is this guy
Type
doing?
shit,
Like,
yeah.
it is like, yeah, but I mean, that's the life of an artist, I guess.
Literally, bro.
I want to take it a bit earlier into like your life and that. If you have
Yeah.
any inspirations or moments that might have like piqued your interest in the creative world or within fashion and that, do you know of any that happened like early childhood, or did it all come more closer to?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I was never good at anything else.
Oh, it's just drawing.
I
and
sucked, bro. Like, it was terrible. Like, I just couldn't do school or
Sports.
yeah. I did water polo for like a little.
Water polo. Water polo. Damn.
I did water polo,
Damn.
but everyone knew I was kind of just there just for vibes.
Yeah.
just trying to get the attendance
yeah,
there.
Yeah,
that's a heavy
exactly.
vibe type
Yeah,
of sport, bro. That's just
exactly.
vibes there.
So I was just doing that, but like, it's yeah. I just, every fiber in my body was like, I need to do something creative. And actually, before I made clothes, like I dabbled in music. Like, I wanted to do music, and then I was just like, something's telling me this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing.
What were you trying to do?
What do you mean by
Like,
dabbled?
Yeah. What? Yeah. What,
Yeah,
what
I'm
was
in
that?
music, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Back
Drop a
in the
16 right
day.
now.
Yo, back in the day, bro.
Were you rapping?
Like
were you
high
singing?
school,
Were
like
you-
I was rapping, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was your rap name?
Yo, it was crazy. It's still on my matric jacket, bro.
Drop it for the.
Yo, it
for
was
the-
called. It was called Sideshow the Saints, bro. With
Yeah.
like
Sideshow the
with
Saints.
dollar signs for the.
Oh
S.
yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
And bro, that's on my matric jacket, bro. Like, that is.
That's
there,
them, though.
bro.
That's a timepiece, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
a time
bro.
capsule. Yeah.
And it's like, I literally got the name from my water polo coach used to make fun of me and call me Sideshow Bob because I had like a mop of hair.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's where I got it from. And like, I used to make, bro, like that's when I was like deep in the dumps, bro. Like, I used to listen to Peep and like Suicide Boys, like real like teenage white boy shit.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, black boy shit too.
Black boy shit, black boy shit too.
Yeah,
Black
no,
boy shit too.
Maybe
was
not Suicide
most-
Boys, but I was fucking with Peep at some point.
Yeah.
like I don't know where that guy would have been so big if he didn't pass away.
Nah, not for real.
Like, he definitely changed. Like, there's so, like, all my favorite artists have passed away, bro. Mac, Juice, Peep, Six Dogs. Like, there were so many artists that, like, and it goes back to that thing that I was speaking about earlier, where it's like, when you relate to something
Yeah.
and it links to pain,
Yeah.
you feel it.
Facts.
Like, X, bro. Like when X passed away,
I feel
bro,
you.
I was broken. Like, I didn't leave my room for days, bro. I
A
didn't
lot
wanna
of
go to-
people, though, especially, bro, because that nigga really, like, put all his feelings raw, unfiltered
Yeah,
through his
bro.
music, and people can relate to that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So
And-
you,
yeah.
oh, sorry. Again.
Nah, I've gone blank.
My bad. That's on me. I see. So you said you tapped in with Cutley and Reese.
Yeah, those are my guys.
So how did you all move? So if you tapped in with him, you were back Gauteng side, right?
Okay,
Or-
so let me
does that
explain.
look like?
It's actually a funny story.
Mhm.
So me and Cutley, I don't want to say we weren't friends, but we weren't like super close
Yeah.
in school. Just because like I feel he started his brand in high school.
Mhm.
Like, it's been going for a while.
Yeah.
And I was just like trying to get to uni so that I can do graphic design because I thought it was this thing that it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, and I was like messing around, bro. Like, I just cared about women and getting drunk. Like, that's
Yeah,
all
type
I
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
that's all I cared about, like, around like that stage of my life.
Yeah.
And then once I got serious about like fashion and stuff, then I obviously changed that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was on our matric rage. I knew Reese. I knew of Reese. And I don't remember if we had spoken before that. I don't think we had. And then I remember, like, it's still in my head, the image of Reese walking by one of the stages. I think Patrick Lee had literally just performed.
Yeah.
And then it was Cutley and Reese that were walking by. And I was like, okay, this is my time to go introduce myself.
Yeah.
Because he's with Cutley. Like,
Yeah.
it won't be weird.
Yeah.
And then I ran up to them. And then, like, ever since then, like, it's just been chips. Like, we've been friends ever since.
The homies.
Yeah,
What concert did you
exactly.
say this was? Or
It was Matric Rage.
Matric
when
Rage.
everyone goes to Durban, it just gets
yeah.
like
yeah,
hammered.
yeah,
Yeah.
Durban.
It was actually so crazy, bro. Like, I had watched Patrick perform, and then I was actually supposed to design his merch.
Okay.
Like, I went up to him, like, I still have his number and shit, and then it fell through.
Damn.
And I was like, damn, like, I really wanted to do merch, but like, it shows that like I've always been interested in this fashion and
Yeah, in
creating
that
something.
avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even before, like I wasn't even making clothes at that point.
Yeah.
My start in graphic design, I actually started graphic design, like I cracked Adobe Photoshop and stuff when I
Oh
was.
yeah. We know about the cracks.
Yeah, we know about that.
Yeah. Like
We
when
know
I was in
about the
grade
cracks.
7, bro. Like
Yeah.
I've been
That's early though.
I've been designing since grade 7.
Oh, you cracked it early, grade 7.
Yeah,
Damn.
bro. When I cracked it, you had to like open up the terminal and put in like
Yo.
codes, and like I'd watch like a whole hour video on YouTube on exactly what code
Yeah,
to
step
put
by
in.
step.
Oh, you a hacker.
Run it
No,
back.
bro, that was, and like it's so crazy because imagine like I never did that. Like I wouldn't be sitting here with you.
Facts.
Like it's
Facts.
crazy
Crazy
how
shit.
how life works out, bro. Like just small baby steps.
Even
Yeah.
the hair thing that you're talking about, if you never cut your hair, would you have sent the vial? Like,
Bro,
you have
like
all of
it's
these moments.
it really is crazy how you just have to trust the process.
For real, bro.
Like
That way.
like your time will come, bro. As
That's
long as you're hard, like working hard and doing your shit, then
Yeah.
So how did that transition from meeting Reese Cutley and then moving from graphic design into fashion?
So I was helping Reese learn how to use Photoshop
Oh.
via like WhatsApp and like FaceTime calls. Like he would have an idea, and I would be like, okay, this is what you're gonna do, and like I would tell him press that button, drag it here, do this,
Yeah.
do this.
Basically
And-
design.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was his private tutor, and while doing that process, I was like, okay, let me mess around, make some my own pieces, because now I'm finding this really cool. I'm seeing what Reese is doing.
Yeah.
I've been seeing what Cutley's doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me try fashion. Let me try that. I've tried so many other creative things. Let me try get into this fashion thing. And it just clicked like straight away. Like I designed pieces and I was like, this feels right.
Yeah.
Like this feels great. My logo and my name was literally formed in the back left of a lecture room. Like I had the worst, most boringest marketing lecture.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no ways I'm doing this
Let me get
3
creative.
times a week, every
Yeah.
week for the next 3 years. Let me do something.
Yeah.
And I made the logo and I came up with the name. I had been thinking of a name for like probably like months, bro, like months and months and months.
Yeah.
And then I literally wrote it out. And it was originally spelled AI instead of the Y, because it's Pyntful means it was the words paint and painful put together. So it's
Yeah.
like creating, painting your beauty,
Yeah.
this whole story of that. And then I changed it to the Y, right? And like, remember how I said like I was super bad at school? So my worst subject was Afrikaans. Like I couldn't do Afrikaans. at
Yeah.
all. So when I made this tee, not this tee, but like when I put the logo and the name on the tee,
Yeah.
I was like, one day I was like walking around and someone came up to me and they were like, why is it in Afrikaans? I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I was like, it's not in Afrikaans.
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, paint in Afrikaans is PYN. And I was like, that is so
I
jokes,
feel
bro.
you,
Like,
yeah.
what are the chances of that are happening? Like, such a happy accident.
Yeah.
Now, and now, like, if I get to a stage, I'm just going to be like, it shows my homage to my culture.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Are you
Okay, I
Afrikaans,
see.
though?
Yeah. No,
I see. The man's created his culture.
It shows my love for South Africa. If it goes international. So
Yeah.
That
that's
way.
my plan.
Quick little.
So I know.
Yeah. Now, so okay. With the artifacts of war.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually wanted to speak a bit about that one. So I seen that was your first printout tease.
Yeah.
Talk to me a bit about the 6th of January 2022,
What
Thursday.
What happened on that day?
That was just the day that you got on your website posted with I think the first print and a picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if I remember correctly, I had moved from where was it? I think I was in Cape Town. No, I wasn't. I don't know where I was, but I was with Reese, and Reese came with me to get my first screen printer.
Yeah.
So we went, and then I was staying in an Airbnb. So we literally printed Reese showed me how to like use the screen printer, told me like little techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
And we literally printed like maybe half that collection in an Airbnb in like the span of like 2-3 days or something.
Yeah.
It was, and it's just like, when you do something, it just feels right. But then after that, I think it must have been like 40 T's, 50 T's that I hand printed. But I don't know, really. I'm trying to think.
I seen like 16 on the lookbook. There's a thing with like 16 panels.
Oh, those are only 16 that got
the
released.
16 that you got. Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool.
There was 16 that got released, but I was obviously still learning.
So trial and error.
So some of them got fucked. Like some of them got really
but like
broken.
40, 50 roundabout there in total.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I still think I have a bunch.
Fire.
Yeah. So
And I see you also refer to those as your kids.
They are my kids, bro. When I'm in this weird thing now where, and I've been in this, when I made those teas, right, the thing that I love the most about them is like they all technically one of ones, because when you were screen printing them, for some reason they had this weird texture. Like I think there was something wrong with the paint, something, but they never came out like
Consistent
exactly.
And like
they all came out with this like really grungy feel and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I spray painted over them afterwards just to give it that like artistic feeling.
Look. Yeah.
add more.
Exactly. And that like, since that was my first collection, that's what I've tried to like continue with. I love the fact that they're all one of ones.
Yeah.
So now I've tried to keep it to like 2 to 3 sizes or pieces per design. So like, I think the pieces that I bought for you guys now, I think there's only like 2 of the one in there that were ever made.
You want to show us what's in the goodie
bag?
bag?
Let's get a quick.
So
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
So this was from my what collection? My Confessions collection, which is
this one with the one you do with Cash, no?
Yeah, Cash shot in this.
That was tough.
So it's got like in reverse.
Yeah.
It's got, where's the camera? So it's got All I Need Is Me, and I came up with this when I was on break. I went back home, and I was sitting outside of my balcony, like really, like I just wasn't right mentally because I wasn't designing. And when I'm not in my studio, like I freak out.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not in my studio for long, I just don't feel like right.
Yeah.
That boy addicted to the grind.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
man.
bro. Like it's my
stay locked in.
It's my blood, bro. Like if I'm in a room, like if you come to the like you guys must come to the studio like while you guys are still here and like come check that shit out.
Yeah.
But like you'll see, it just looks like my brain, like the inside of my brain. Like there's just random pieces of drawings and ideas like just stuck over all the walls and stuff. And when I'm back home in Joburg with the family, like I just have like a spare room there, so it's like it's blank. So I was standing outside on my balcony, and I was looking in the mirror, and then I came up with this idea to have the All I Need Is Me in reverse, so that when someone wears it and they look at themselves in the mirror,
ooh, that's
it's
tough.
a reminder to themselves that all
tough.
they need in this life is themselves.
That's tough. I feel you.
And then down the sides, there's this monogram pattern that I have. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it's the U in Pyntful, like
with the reverse as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so it's like makes
yeah.
this like cool line, and then it's got PCKR down the like repeated in the little circles, like in the details, and it stands for Pain, Confusion, Knowledge, Rebirth, which was like the elements of the brand that got it started. So it's like Pyntful is the process of these 4 elements. So it's, you experience pain. You don't know, and then you go to this period of like, why am I going through this pain? Like, what am I experiencing this for? What is this trying to teach me?
Yeah.
And then you get knowledge from that, and you understand like why I'm going through this experience. And then you get the rebirth, which is obviously you develop as a person.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
that next step.
Yeah. So that's that. And then what other pieces in here? I've got 2 other pieces in here. I think this one's just a logo tee. This is like an OG. This is an OG.
Oh, you bought variety. That would bought variety.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get you guys all the same tees. I just told you, man.
Yeah, I feel you. We're gonna look like
someone
someone kids.
Like twins. Yeah.
We're gonna look like someone kids, bro.
We got that piece.
Ish, there we go.
And then what else? I think this was from the Fly Soul pop-up we did. We did Fly Soul exclusives. So this is just more like branding and stuff. There's no crazy. Actually, there is, I think. Yeah, there is. My bad.
Yeah.
So this eye and finger here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Peep.
Yeah, it's given.
It's kind of
Virgil.
like. Yeah. Okay. Great.
There we go.
Okay. Perfect.
We're putting
So,
the references together.
like I said, like I always love giving flowers
Paying
to
homage.
the,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this hand that's pointing was when I was designing it. I don't know if you've seen that. You know the Off-White
Off-White
logo
one,
where it's the
yeah.
face and it's got like the hands going like
Yeah.
this. It's inspired by that. And then the eye is obviously it's pointing at this eye.
Yeah.
So Pyntful is obviously this story into my life. So it's like pointing into my eye. And that's the whole thing behind that. And I think on the back it's got in puff, perfection hurts. And it's just when we were making these teas, when we did pop-ups, there was times when our planning was just like so bad. And
Shit went sideways.
not even, bro. Like we just had so much stuff going on that we would get to a point where we are making teas the day of the hour of the event start.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like
And
crazy.
literally the day that we had our last pop-up,
Yeah.
I think it was, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was a day or two before. Cutley still had to print a bunch of pieces.
Yeah.
I think I had to do a few and Reese had to do a few, and our heat press broke.
Yeah.
And we were
shit.
like, okay, now what do we do? Because now
What's the
we
plan?
need we have this pop-up, we've been promoting it. And
Yeah.
so then we got a new heat press,
Mm.
and then I was pressing these teas, but this heat press worked differently to ours, and it messed up like a bunch of my teas.
Shit.
And then I was like, I have to make something out of this. And then
Yeah.
I made Perfection Hurts. So some of the teas that sold actually had like errors on them. But it's so crazy. Like the ones that had almost the biggest errors
Yeah.
are the ones that stood out to people and sold.
That's crazy.
Like you really don't.
That
Like,
imperfection.
it's that thing of like you deep your work more than anyone else
Yeah.
because you want to be a perfectionist.
Yeah.
You want your stuff to be great and perfect and how you present it.
Yeah.
But people don't deep it as deep as you.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
Facts.
We have
Like-
musicians on here all the time, and they always say like their bigger songs is never the ones that they would think would
The
be.
ones they
So
expected.
I'm sure even like maybe your most popular pieces might be like, yeah, you might throw something together, be like, yeah, this one's cool, and then everyone's going crazy over that.
Yeah,
Nice.
like I made this tea to go to London. So I was going to London and I had been to London before, right? And I was like, I'm so stupid. Like, why did I not bring pieces? Like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with me? So then when I went back for the second time, I was like, I'm going there on
With
a
some
mission.
pieces.
Yeah,
I know how
gotta
stuff
show
operates
out.
there. So I literally packed like 10 pieces or something like that. But I had made a tea, a
Yeah.
one of one specifically for me, which was this tea that had Born for Fashion on it. It said Born for Fashion and then like Abused for Graphics.
Yeah.
For
And it was
design.
Something like,
Yeah,
I think it
yeah,
was something
yeah.
like that.
peep. That's
And-
the one of one resume tee, right?
Yeah. So
yeah,
then
yeah.
I made that tea. That tea was actually because I wanted to take it to a design agency in London
Yeah.
and show them a resume that isn't like anyone
I
else.
feel you.
And they loved it. Like they loved that tea, which was really like successful in that department. But
Yeah.
when I posted the video explaining that whole tea, that also like went crazy. And that was the thing that like everyone wanted that tea, but I can't just make that tea.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that tea costs so much
A
to
pretty
make. And
penny.
it takes I think it took me like close to an hour just to make that tea printing wise because I was dumb and didn't put all the design files in like printing fashion,
Yeah.
like ready to print. I put them in like puzzle piece form, so I had to cut out every single splatter of
Eish.
paints that was there. Bah, bah, bah.
Damn.
But that was like a crazy trip for me. Like I ended up going to do you know the artist Sloan?
Yeah, no.
I went to his studio and that was like crazy eye opening for me. Do you know Bobo's?
No, I don't know Bobo's, but we had from Osbat,
Why is that?
Slick Sid. We had Sid over
Oh,
from
crazy.
Osbat. He came
Crazy.
through with Katana. Yeah, back in Joburg. We had a
Oh.
little interview with him. Mentioned Sloan in that one.
Yeah, bro. But
And our Sloan is
that guy's
tough.
laced, bro. Like that guy is like insane. He's really doing something like super crazy. He almost reminded me of like do you know Samurai Farai?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gave me that kind of energy. Like
Mm.
he's just this like he's on a mission. He's an artist / marine. Like he's just like he knows what he's doing and he's like killing it.
Yeah.
But I went to his studio because I I made friends with his assistant that was there. Because I wanted to go to see the cafe where they had shot the Sench video.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they shot it at Bobo's, and obviously like I knew Sloan and whatever.
Let's go. Can't stop, won't stop, gotta keep going, going. What's my cup? Sipping on money, she got me flown. I'm kinda less, but I've been on the road. These niggas can't get like me. Know these niggas think I'm on fight at me. Pull up to the top, yeah, I'm ready to shoot her. Pull up whole gang, I'm with the troops up. Told that bitch, make that shit loose. I got rid on my shoes. Told them don't play with me, know I don't lose.
Yes, sir, man. We back in the building, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to our Leaf, they're the gang, you know what I'm saying? And we still chilling here with the man from Pyntful.
For the break, we were talking about the 101 T, and then in the video, I seen that you said studying graphic design instead of fashion limited the way that you create clothes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know like some of that, and then if you plan on studying fashion in the future.
What did I say? That graphic design limits my ability.
Yeah, so it said
okay.
limited the way
Yeah.
in contrast to someone that studied fashion.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so my whole thing on that is, I'm at a point now where I really want to experiment with silhouettes and all these things that obviously I didn't learn about fashion in graphic design. Like they don't talk about it at all.
Yeah.
So when I said like I'm limited, I'm saying just from the scope of what they've taught me, if in graphic design from my degree, I can only go so far as designing something like digitally and then putting it on a tee.
Yeah.
Like if I were to, at face value, take what I've learned from my degree and put it on fashion.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I've self-taught myself how to do a bunch of other things, but that's obviously outside of the degree. So I would love to study fashion.
Yeah.
I'm in two mindsets about it because I love having the outside perspective. Like I love the fact that we kind of breaking rules by not knowing the rules.
Yeah.
But I feel like the other half of me is like, you can break the rules better if you know the rules. So
Oof, okay, I feel
it's
you.
like there is that difference between not knowing and knowing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I would love to study it. And maybe that opportunity will come around. I definitely won't say no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely am on two different spectrums for it.
And I also wanted to know how many times have you worn that tee? Like, is it do you rotate? Is it no rotation, or is it like a grail piece?
That's
like
crazy.
it's like,
Bro, I have such like this thing not against it, but when I went to London to wear it, I wore it on the streets, right? Because I wanted it to be this like, in the video I made sure to say like, I made this piece to be loud. It's a loud piece. It's got graphics on every corner, right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing was to have the big logo on the back and for it to act as this billboard that as I walk through the streets of London, people go, I've never seen that logo before.
Yeah.
That's a hard tee.
I feel
Let
you.
me go up and see what's happening with that
Yes,
guy.
sir.
And that worked. At the sacrifice of me not being smart enough to do my research and realize I wasn't going into London winter. I was going into London summer.
Oh, shit.
So that my tees are like, that tee specifically is really thick. Like the quality is insane. So I was wearing it and it has a like
Burning
a really
up.
it has a tied like neck hole.
Neckline.
So I'm like walking through the streets of London.
Oh, yeah, that
and
was sweating.
Bro, I was dying. Like I got to the point where I was like, I might have to take my shirt off in the middle of the streets.
Yeah.
Because I found out later that day it was the hottest day
That's crazy.
recorded in
That's
London.
crazy.
And I was like, of course, like that.
When
would
you
happen to me.
show up.
Yeah.
when
I'm
up.
wearing this.
when he's wearing the tee,
When he's
the
rocking.
tee, not AT.
Yeah.
The tee.
The
Like,
tee.
I have to wear it.
Which one is that, bro?
I have to wear this tee.
Yeah.
But that whole that experience of going to London changed. I don't want to say changed my life, but like it really pushed me in a different way. Like it really motivated me, because like I said, I went there on a mission.
Yeah.
Right? I was literally walking around with that tee on, with a backpack,
Yeah.
and selling teas to random people on the streets of London.
Yeah.
And they were fucking with it. Like they were really messing with the teas.
Yeah.
And I think there's even like videos on my, like if you go through all my story archives on my account, like you'll see me videoing people like testing the teas out in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how much does this cap go for? Like I was literally just going there. And the feedback that I got back from international people, like people in London, was, bro, like, how do you get your material like this? Like, where do you source from? Because when I was there, I also got like a little bit of an insight into like how they make clothes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot different to how we make clothes.
Yeah.
So we do everything ourselves when it comes to, like, we're very hands-on.
Yeah.
All the gallery boys, me, Cutley, Reese, Gillian, we all very hands-on. Like, we will go and buy material. We will then go get it washed and dyed and then take it to a CMT. Obviously, I don't have the skills to, like, cut and sew yet.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I want to learn. But we very hands-on. We see it from this to that.
Yeah.
And in London, the people that are almost, like, at our level, like, local starting brands or whatever,
Yeah.
bro, they have such crazy access to, like, international
Suppliers
bro.
manufacturers
Like,
and all that.
the one guy was showing me, I was like, show me your process, and he designs it on his iPad and then sends it off and gets it back in like 3 weeks. I'm like, so you don't test, like, how do you know what material you get?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I just like see the pictures on this website. Like, I don't know what the website's called. Like Alibaba.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just look at the website and I see like they have cool tees, and then like I get it back. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because like the pound's obviously so strong.
Yeah.
So it is crazy to see how they operate compared to how we operate. Like, we just so hands-on. And I could be very wrong. Maybe I just got like that one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know London,
it could be different, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I
definitely
feel you.
is. Like, if you go on Instagram and you go through, like, there are London designers that make everything from scratch.
Yeah,
Like, there are people that
So
cut
all
and
the
sew.
way.
type shit, yeah.
It's just like the people that one of the people I met there. And I feel like that's how you get like generic like brands, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that is just how
Like
how
the
it is.
Y2K stuff or like the TikTok brands type.
Yeah.
Exactly that stuff. So it's like, that's what I'm not trying to be. Like, that's why I push this whole thing of having a story for each piece.
Yeah.
Where it's like, there is thought going into it. Like, this isn't something that I just like pulled out
It
of
ain't just
thin
on the
air.
fly, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you always want to be a part of that process where it's like dying,
100%.
looking over each step of
Yeah.
the way.
I'm very specific with like how I want my pieces to be, how the drop is. And you can technically be that specific with your suppliers if you're doing that route where you just send it off. But that's going to take you so long, because imagine you wait 3 weeks to get your tea.
Yeah.
You're waiting 3 weeks to get a sample.
Yeah.
You don't like that sample.
Now it's
You
that
go now. You
back
must
and
go through
forth.
3 more
Delays on
samples
that are crazy.
to get one tea. Like, that is so
Back and forth, yeah.
Like, here it's like I can go to my CMT and watch her make a tea in front of me and tell her straight away. I can finalize a tea in a matter of days.
Yeah.
And it's like, that process that's why I want to learn to cut and sew my own pieces, because it's just like I said, if you know the rules, you can break them better.
can break
yeah,
them better.
that's facts.
But there is something. There's a designer whose name is Sam. He owns Influx in town, and we were at Reese and Cutley and Scooby's store
Yeah.
in Woodstock, and I'll never forget the thing that he said to us. He was like, because I told him I want to learn how to cut and sew my own pieces. This is from ages ago, and he said to me, or said to us, there is someone that has been specializing in cutting and sewing
that.
their whole life. Like,
Yeah.
that is what they do.
Yeah.
You will never be as good as them.
Oh,
And that's just reality
That
type
is the
shit,
life,
you know.
because
They ain't
they-
bashing you or
That is
anything. It's
facts.
just reality, yeah.
That is life. Like,
Yeah.
that person has dedicated their lives to knowing how to cut
Yep.
and sew pieces.
Day
They
in,
can't
day out.
design like us, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they can, but like, that's not their forte. But they will run you under the bus when
Yeah.
it comes
yeah,
to
yeah,
cutting
yeah.
and
Like
sewing.
real.
that's their bread and butter. There's no way.
Exactly. So, yeah, there is that.
Bet. And something I want to get into is, I see you coming kitted out in the Pyntful. I wanted to just get a quick little fit check, see what we got
Let
on.
us know what's
And
what.
I know there's also stories behind it, so we want to get a scoop on that as well.
Okay, so don't know where I got the rings from.
I need them rings, bro.
They're just from, I think this one I got in London. Oh no, this one I got in London. This one I got at a tattoo parlor, and this one I just got at like a random biker store in
Yeah.
Joburg. But I got the Converse Ricks on my
Ooh.
feet.
Ooh. Big stepper.
Yeah.
These things give me like
Going
at least
chunky with
3
it.
inches more of height.
Just
Yep.
a little bit.
Yep. He is
Just a
sexy
little
with
bit.
ladies.
Not too much. Not too much.
Yep.
And then everything else that I'm wearing is pretty much either a sample or from the brand. So this tee was from my last pop-up at
Yeah.
Flysol,
Yeah.
and I went through the whole thing with that. This cap, if I take my hat off now, it's gonna have to be handled. On the side, it's got.
Ish, that's tough.
So this thing on the side is actually from my first collection that I ever did.
Yeah.
So remember I was telling you like I was distorting those first the artifacts of Vorties and stuff.
Yeah.
So when I was doing this cap, this trucker, I was sitting and looking. I was just staring at this trucker, and I was like, I want to do, and I wasn't even thinking about this. I was looking at the actual like front piece.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do something like that really stands out. And then I can't remember. I think it was Pyntful in the normal font or the normal logo text font.
Yeah.
And then behind it I had found this font where it's like, it almost looks like people that are forming letters in the background, and I spelled out paint in the background of that, and then I turned them, like I hand drew onto those fonts, those letters to like make them like demons and whatever.
Oh, for sure.
But when I wanted to wear that cap, but it had, one of the prints had messed up. So then I didn't want people to think that's actually what it looks like. So I cut up that one of my artifacts of Vorties that I didn't like, and I printed on it sample and testing on the side.
I feel you.
And then I wore it out, and that's the thing that I thought everyone was going to go crazy about, the front design.
But it was actually,
and everyone was like, bro, I've never seen anyone do that on a trucker before. Like, that's so crazy. And I was like, okay, now I know the selling.
Now you see. Now you got the sauce.
And it just got the, bro, it goes back to that thing of like happy mistakes.
For sure.
Like, I never would have thought of that.
For
And now
sure.
it's like become a staple for the brand. Like,
exactly.
So I just implemented it through. But it's also this cool thing of like having a piece of my very first collection on my truckers.
Yeah.
And I think and obviously the cool thing about that is it's going to run out eventually, because I'm going to run out of those tees.
Yeah.
I think I've only got like maybe 4 or 5 left of those tees. And just that idea of having like so many truckers out there that are almost wearing like a piece of a puzzle from a t-shirt that is all around.
I feel you.
Like those truckers are in London, those truckers are in Paris, and they in Joburg, they're in Cape Town, but they're all from like different tees, and it's like, I just love that.
Different puzzle pieces.
And I think that also goes back into that like rebirth part of the thing. You know how you were talking about the rebirth.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
feel
like,
you.
You got an old piece, and then you making the trucker, obviously now you.
That's the rebirth.
Yeah, now it's got a rebirth in
Yeah.
life. It's maybe those teas are like in storage or something, or they're somewhere and they're not really being used or worn or anything like that, and now they have their time to shine once again. So that's kind of crazy.
Exactly.
There's a special word for it in fashion, but like upcycling. It's like upcycling. So the fact that it links back to the brand's values, which is it's just perfect. It just all works out.
Bless. Now, Peep, you also got a couple tats. I wanted to see. I see you got the logo on.
So I got the logo.
Oh, yo, you gotta represent.
Ooh,
You know what the crazy thing is? I wasn't the first person to get my own logo tattooed.
that's crazy. Who got your logo tattooed before you?
I have a homie named Josh back in Joburg. Like I literally at the mall, and all of a sudden, like, bro, and this is like before I was making pieces. Like, I was literally like the brand, because like I said, I didn't have access to like making clothes. Like I didn't know how to go about that process. Reese and Are from Hugo and all the gallery boys, they taught me how to get to these points to make clothes. But before that, Pyntful was built on graphics, bro. Like I gained like a whole lot of following just from the graphics I was posting and like concept designs of t-shirts and stuff. And then the one day I was at the mall, and then my friend calls me and he's like, bro, just can you send me a picture of your logo? Like I want to show it to someone. So I sent it thinking nothing of it. Still at the mall, like 2 hours later, I just get a message of a attachment, and I click it and it's my logo. And I was like, oh my God.
I want to show it to someone. To the tattoo artist, that's what I'm trying to do. That's crazy.
I was like, oh my God, like now I have to really make clothes.
Yeah.
I was like, this has to
Because
work.
people are representing now, you know what I'm saying?
bro.
Yeah.
So I have one, Josh has one, and then I have another homie, Christian, who got one. And I was like,
That's dope, bro.
it's like, bro, this is becoming cultish.
Exactly.
I mean, not cultish. This is becoming like
cultish.
Shout out,
Yeah,
Ryan.
you gotta say it's
Shout out,
cultish.
Ryan. But like,
It's a cult.
bro, it's literally becoming like a
cult.
cult. It's like, bro, for me, it makes sense. Like, I wake up every day. That's my logo. I
Exactly.
like, it just goes to show like how much your work can move people to the point that they're tatting it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I'm not the only one that's waking up every day and looking at my
And
logo.
saying like,
There
yeah, I
are
feel you.
other people that are doing the same, and it's
Yeah.
like, I look, I'm not gonna tell you go get the logo tattooed, but like if you do, you can send
Go
me a
get the
photo.
logo tattooed right now.
Like, I'll
Yeah.
I'll hook you up with something if you get it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, free pieces if you get a logo tag.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Let me know. Let me put that disclaimer out there. Please don't go get my logo
Tago,
tattooed.
don't you wanna get 2 of them tats so we can both get some shit?
Hey, boy, what about you? You
Left
need to
chest,
get-
right chest. Bro.
I'm thinking on the cheek.
Yeah,
On the cheek, right?
So
The
then,
cheek
and then like
piece.
this can like run down the side.
You feel me?
Real opium
Yeah.
stuff.
You ever
Yes,
look
sir.
at old pieces that you've done and like cringe?
100%. And it's not even like what's it called? It's not even the graphics.
Mm.
It's like the quality of,
Nice.
of
Yeah.
the tee.
Yeah.
Like my first tees, like I said, my first tees were blanks. Like I didn't make them from scratch.
Yeah.
So I do still love those tees, and I have people calling me saying that they still love those pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I can obviously see the difference
Yeah.
from where I came from where I am now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I love my new pieces way more because they're just so much more intricate thought, and like there's so much more to them.
Yeah.
But those are like my first babies. Like those are my
Yeah.
first pieces that I have on my wall.
Yeah.
So I don't cringe at them, but I'm glad that I'm not still doing those pieces.
I feel you.
Like I'm glad I've progressed.
Yeah, I think every artist has done that. When you look back at
Nah,
the
it'd be
portfolio
like
and you're
that.
like, yo, why was I? Like,
With-
I know we
with
were looking at
different
an old
art
vlog
forms,
yesterday,
Bro.
and there was wind sounds in the vlog, and Loco's like,
Literally,
yo, I
bro.
would never do this now.
You know
I
what
would
I'm
never
saying?
do this.
Yeah.
You feel?
Yeah.
You gain a specific level of respect for your work when
Yeah.
the more you do it.
Yeah.
You obviously like in the beginning, but also in the beginning you're still learning, so you don't know
Yeah.
what's wrong, what's right.
Yeah.
And then obviously as the game goes on, like you learn, and then you just like you set standards for yourself as you go on.
Exactly.
You're like, nah, I can't have a
I
win.
can't do that.
That's
I can't do
terrible. Like,
exactly.
can't put that out.
Yeah.
So it is that.
And I see you still tapped in on the graphic design side, even though it maybe not like that
Mm.
consistently. But I see you got the background studios.
Yeah.
Talk to me a bit about that, because I see you worked on the fucking 9 to 5 graphic, right?
Yeah, I worked on the Elucid. It was the promo video for fucking 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I literally just did the title screen, and I love doing title screens.
Mm.
It's just like I feel like graphic design is always looked over when it comes to like video projects and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to push that more. Like I will love to do any title graphics for like music videos or short films or something like that. It's sad that it's looked over because it's like always within like the first 10 seconds of a project.
Yeah.
And if it looks bad, it's like having a bad logo.
Anticipation now. Yeah.
might
Like
click
you
out that bit and
kill.
be like,
yeah.
yeah.
You kill the whole vibe. Yeah.
So I really just wanted to, I want the title screens and stuff to obviously reflect the quality of the work.
Facts.
So Background Studios is kind of like, you know how Elon Musk has do you know the Happy Company or something like that? What's that company he's got?
I'm not sure.
You know,
I that
the one
SpaceX shit.
bro, no, he made those flamethrowers.
Oh yeah. I've seen something.
Oh, the
about
Boring
flamethrowers.
Company, that's what he's got.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So
I
that's
feel you,
Elon
I
Musk,
feel you.
and that's like where he has like, if he's obviously a billionaire, so when he comes up with a crazy idea,
He just goes there and he does some crazy shit.
exactly.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing with Background. It's like this
Mm.
thing, like when I come up with a concept and I don't want it to like just be on my feed, I'll post it on there. Like
feel you.
the last thing that like got a lot of love was I did a concept for Broke.
Oh, the broke BMW.
Yeah,
that one was
Who
tough.
needs a Porsche anyway?
Yeah.
And I love I just loved that idea. I literally did. It took me like, I think like 2-3 hours to do one morning, like after breakfast.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it to get the love it did.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably like one of the most liked things I did for like that was just plain graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that appreciation, because I've been doing fashion for like the past like however long,
Yeah.
to like do just a passion project that is purely graphics and it gets that love was like really like great to see.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now, Peep, you also got the War Glass House.
So like I told you,
so
I
that's
was
like
getting,
the archive page. And
Yeah.
that's all like photography stuff. So I want to build that photography thing in, and so it's called War Glass House because one of my favorites artists was Andy Warhol. So I took this whole and obviously Pyntful is I've spoken a lot about going through pain and beauty from pain. So it's like this mental war warfare that you go through to make beauty.
Yeah.
So there's the link of war with creation, and then photography and Andy Warhol, and that all links into War Glass House.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think it's dope how you have all these different like houses for different shit that you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
like,
really fire.
I just know if I set the foundations for myself right now, because the hardest part for anything is starting.
Yeah.
Because like, where do you start?
Facts.
But once you start,
You realize
Like-
it's not that hard, bro.
bro, you
Yep.
can you'll learn as you go with
Yep.
everything that you do. So as long as you start and you just keep, like, I'm only 23 now.
Mm.
So when I'm 33, I'll have 10 years of building this
Exactly.
this thing. So
Exactly.
it is just going to grow into whatever. Maybe it doesn't. But at least I made this thing that I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
a lot of people just steer out because they're like, I don't want to start something like.
Yeah, you don't want to look
It's a
back
lot
and
of
have
work.
regrets, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
rather
bro.
you have tried the shit out. You know
Exactly.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'd always do that.
That way. And then something else about it, like, so that's the image archive.
It's all just photos
Just
that I
photos
take.
that you
Yeah.
take and take
I think-
photos of you as well.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of my London footage is on there.
Yeah.
Like I took a bunch of photos on a disposable, put that on there, and then I did for SOA Culture, Scooby's brand. I shot a video project for his promo video for his latest pieces.
Yeah.
That was like the first time I'd ever experimented with shooting and
With video.
editing and
Yeah.
doing everything myself, like sound engineering.
Did
And
you enjoy it?
I loved it. Like it was
Dope.
it's cool when you have like when design or fashion is your job. In the beginning, obviously you're doing it because you're passionate about it, but now it's a business.
Yeah.
So now it's like there's an element that gets taken out of it where it's like you have to almost be very serious with your business,
Yeah.
and you can't just like experiment too much. That's how I feel, anyways. But when I did that video project, it was like, okay, this isn't with the brand, and thankfully for Scooby, like he just gave me creative freedom. Like he said, like this is the general idea, and then when it comes to like editing and whatnot, like do your thing. So it was really cool. I like learned more skills about videoing and how I can actually now take those skills and then implement it to Pyntful,
Yes, sir.
which is really cool.
Yeah, that's far. That's far. I like the way you're recording that also, because that's also showing the process, is showing like part of your
The
journey.
progress as well.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
part of the world that you're building.
Yeah.
And then so for the fans or for future, what do you think you're trying to move into? What's the future for Pyntful?
So I really want to do runway. Like I really want to do like these like couture pieces that are just like obviously my pieces tell stories now,
Yeah.
but seeing them on a runway in that medium, it's a fly. Seeing them in that medium is just like another level of appreciation for your art.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a painter and you take like if it's just sitting at home, it's just sitting at home.
Yeah.
As soon as you frame it and put it in an art gallery,
Now
it's
it's
a
something different.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
different level of
Yeah.
appreciation. So like we in the streets now, like we've got appreciation from the streets and what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean that's what we completed last year. Like we did the pop-ups, like we did the whole of last year, and we did that. So now I feel like for me, I want to take this break now that I'm on from making clothes, or releasing clothes. Like I'm always making clothes,
Yeah.
but take this break and figure out how I'm gonna get to that point, because
Yeah.
that's what there was. 101 Avenue, who's Unknown's brand, and he did a fashion show not too long ago, and something about that show just spoke to me. I was like, that's what I want to do. Like the level of appreciation and seriousness that people had when they were looking at his pieces, it almost becomes more than clothes.
Yeah.
It's like this is like it's capturing a point in time
Yeah.
where it's like this is more than just graphics on a tee.
Yeah. Now it's art. It's
It's
like,
art.
It's
Yeah.
a
Like-
conversation starter. It's
Yeah.
someone could write a theory about it. They
Exactly.
might like. There's so many things that it exposes your work to once
Exactly.
you're on that
It's,
on that platform.
It's just like imagine you don't know what that event's gonna when you create pop-ups or you create runway shows or anything that's social, you're creating a doorway for influence to occur. So you don't know who's looking at you guys doing podcasts or us doing clothes.
Yeah.
And it's going, I really like want to do that.
Facts.
And then they blow up.
Facts.
And it's like, you can now, since you've had these social events, you can pinpoint and almost create like a map in time where this is influencing this and this is how we got to these things. And that's just like more than clothes. Do you know what I mean? That's why I want to do Runway.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mainly we do music interviews here, so I wanted to know from our music scene, who are some artists in your rotation right now? Like who you be bumping?
Okay. So I love Jay Katana.
Oh,
That's dope.
Damn, this is crazy. Actually, I'd have to go to my phone.
you can do a
Niggas
quick
always do that.
quick little check.
Don't niggas know who they listen to, bro. Like,
Bro,
niggas always gotta check the
Honestly,
library.
so recently, I've literally just been listening to like the same music. Because when I'm creating, I listen to like, I don't listen to music like general music when I create stuff. Bro.
Yeah.
I listen to really weird shit when I like, I'm designing or
It be
painting.
like that.
or doing something.
Yeah.
Like I'll search like it's not even music, it's just like sounds.
Mm.
And it creates like an ambience. But I'm going blank, bro. Like there's all my guys from like, I still listen to the SoundCloud guys, bro.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Like when I was still growing up, like I still listen to Vegas.
Yo, Patrick
Ooh.
Lee.
I still listen to Patrick. I still
Yeah.
listen to like old Treehouse.
Still tapping into Lynch Party.
Yeah, well, those are my guys
Yeah.
now. I mean, those.
For sure.
Yeah,
those
now we know them as Internet Girl, but
Yeah, back
Yeah.
then, like
They were
what was
running
that-
shit.
What was that song they did, bro?
which one?
The one.
Sing it.
Probably the one you were talking about.
I don't know what it was. It blew up like it was big.
No One for You or She Likes Me.
She likes me
Yeah.
with
Oh.
with Casey the Black.
Yeah, with Casey the Plug. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where is
bro.
Casey? Yeah,
Like whenever I
Casey
listen to
shit.
South African music, that's like my golden age.
Yeah.
Because that's what actually got me into culture. Like, if those, that's that whole thing that goes back to like that door of influence, where it's like, if I didn't listen to those guys making music,
Yeah.
like if Treehouse didn't exist, I don't know if I'd be making fashion.
Mm.
Because like,
Many influences, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro, you get influences from the craziest location.
Yep.
Like it is so wild. But I'm trying to think. I think there's Kill Brady as well.
Mm.
Ooh, Brady's tough.
Obviously J. Clue.
Yeah.
And then more like an alternative, there's a boy named Blues Mike, one of my favorite artists.
A boy named Blue.
Yeah, he's an alternative artist.
Mm.
I've heard his name and I've seen it pop up. I need to tap in.
Mm.
Yeah, he's probably one of my favorites artists in South Africa. He's
That's
not rap,
dope.
but like,
That's dope.
bro, his like creative vision and his voice is just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
super beautiful stuff.
Then in terms of other mediums like movies, anime, do you get any inspiration from there?
I get so many.
What would you say top 5?
And what? Anime?
Movie and then top 5, maybe top 3 movies,
Okay.
top 3 anime.
So bro, I get so much stuff from movies. Like, I don't watch series. Like, I'm not a series guy.
Oh, you be movies.
But I
I'm a
watch,
s-
like, I'm a
I'm a
film
series
fanatic.
buff.
Like, I got Letterboxd and everything. Do you have Letterboxd?
Nah.
Like, bro, like, I'm deep in it. Like, Letterboxd is, like, an app where you can, like, sit and create categories for all the movies you've watched, rate them. Like, I'm
Oh,
deep
shit.
in
Oh, you got a
Yeah.
catalog. You
I
grow
got a
your
Got a
catalog.
catalog, yeah.
After every movie, I will sit and I'll be like, okay, how am I going to rate this movie? Where does it go in the list?
That's dope.
But your top movies, do you know Parasite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parasite's
Yeah.
crazy, the Korean one.
Yeah.
There is, what other movies are there? It's always crazy. Like when I get asked my top ones, like I always go blank.
It be
But,
like that, I won't lie.
What other ones are there? There's one that I watched recently, which is like this old Swedish movie.
Yeah.
It's like black and white old.
Damn.
Yeah. It's called, I think it's called The Seventh Seal. And just like the
Seal.
concept of it is like really cool. It's like this guy, this knight that gets washed up on a shore. And then some guy in a like trench coat, like black trench coat, comes up and he's like, I'm death. And I'm here to like, it's your time to go. And then the guy convinces him, if I beat you in chess, then you have to let me keep living. And this whole movie goes through like this whole other story, but every now and then you'll just get him playing chess with death. I just
Yeah.
love that concept and like, and it's so old.
The
It's like-
metaphors, they got metaphors in there.
exactly. And I feel like in movies now, like I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate, but like I don't watch Marvel.
Damn, bro. Yeah, you gotta leave now, bro.
I know,
No, I can
bro.
feel
You
that
gotta
though.
get out
I've
of here.
been getting
I can
hate.
feel that though. That's that fast food movies.
Oh,
That's that fast food.
That's not real
Tweaking.
film, bro.
Y'all are
Like,
tweaking.
nah, bro, I can't do it. Like, I really can't watch more. I think I watched like, I've watched the original Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, those are golden.
that's
I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Not
Marvel.
Amazing Spider-Man. Take
That's
that. Get that
Marvel.
out of there.
Actually, I won't lie. There's that one. Which is the one that's like almost animated?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, that one was cool.
Tough.
But
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
forced
yeah.
to watch that,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
loved it. Like
Yeah.
it was super cool. But yeah, I love movies that like A24 movies. Yeah, like
Talking A24 movies.
A24 movies are just like. There's no ways you can put them in the same category as Marvel.
Now that's true. I won't fight that. You know what I'm
There
saying?
we
That's
go.
facts. That's
Like,
facts.
Look, they're not bad movies. They have the craziest production on them ever.
Biggest budgets, bro.
Biggest budgets. And
Biggest
they make
budgets
the
don't mean
most
the
money.
best.
The
No.
most money, bro.
They make stupid money.
Yeah.
Like, but I can't sit down and watch them, bro. Because it's also like, I'm not just watching this movie. Now, why must I go and sit and watch 10 other movies to understand why this movie
There's
is
a whole world there that you need to unpack.
Yeah.
I'm
key.
too late, bro. Like,
High
And most
key.
of it in the world is, or most of the new stuff I'd say is kind of whack. So
Yeah,
I can see
won't
why
lie.
you're
I
not
won't lie.
tapping in. Yeah,
I
I'm
won't lie.
also
Exactly. So now I must be a dedicated fan my whole life. And then it gets to the end and you flop the movies. Now I must just be sad that my favorite franchise is dead.
But remember how you said the best artists are businessmen as well? I think that's their business plan.
Right, bro.
Yep.
So
Shot
I,
myself in the
we
foot.
can give them some respect on that front.
Yeah.
Shout out Marvel.
Yes,
That
sir.
way.
Shout out Marvel.
That way. All right, we're going to close off real quick. But if there's anything that you want to say to the fans, something that you want to get off your chest or...
Pop your shit.
Yeah,
I would say don't care. Don't look at people as people, bro. Like, if you want to start something and you're scared about posting it or you're scared what people are going to... Bro, look at my pants, bro. I'm wearing fur pants, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you feel there's something in you telling you to do something,
Do that.
do it, bro.
Mm.
Like, those people on the screen aren't doing what you're doing, so
Yeah.
don't let them judge you.
Facts.
They just doing 9 to 5s. They're not doing anything
Yep.
in your league of what you want to do creatively. So don't let those people tell you what to do, bro.
Yeah.
It's so corny, but like, do your shit, bro.
It's real though.
It's real, bro.
Yeah.
And also, bro, if you're going through something, make beauty from pain, bro.
There
Like,
we go.
just
we see you selling the merch now.
Nah,
Now
nah,
you
nah,
go-
nah.
That's a campaign,
that is,
isn't it?
but that is,
Okay.
the- but that is like, I'm not gonna go on a whole tangent now, but that is kind of what the whole brand was. It's
Yeah.
like, it's to show people that whatever you're going through isn't the end, bro. Like, you can really make something out of it,
For sure.
and you can. There's another side,
Yeah.
so just keep pushing.
Yes, sir. And that's the word, you
that's
know
the
what I'm
word
saying?
out academy. You know who it is. It's a Space Boy Taco. I'm here with my co-host.
It's your boy Loke in the building, you know what I'm saying?
And this is us in Painful. Not
Yes,
Pine.
Thanks
sir.
for having me.
Painful.
Thanks for having me.
Painful.
And we tapping out.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir. We gone.